Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining us for Financial Fitness Friday. I'm here with my good friend Dave Bergio.
What's going on, everybody? Jonathan, how are you, buddy?
I'm good, man. I have my team offsite meeting in West Palm.
Nice.
That's why the office looks a little different because it's not my office.
Let's go say it's
Well, it is my it's one of my offices, but this is uh this is not home base.
looks good though.
So yeah, I appreciate it. Well, my the department head's wife is an interior decorator, so this looks way more put together than my office. This is where, like, if anyone needs a personal loan, this is the office that handles that. So, but I wanted to talk today about this storm, right? And the reason I did is because I don't think enough people understand what's happening and how it's going to impact them. And this isn't to scare anyone. This is so you guys are ready, so you guys can handle it, so you're prepared. And so right now, like, the government's trying to redefine, or they have been trying to redefine what a recession is. Well, we are absolutely in a recession. I think it will be a depression at some point. Now we're seeing markets kind of rally here a little bit, but when you have really bad markets, you do get these relief rallies that are really sharp. All right, and it's all going to go continue going down. Okay, and so my point in saying all this is that currencies have been messed up, supply chains messed up, labor shortages are here, inflation is here, prices are going up. Even though that they're reporting inflation is going down, it's kind of like when they said inflation was transitory. It's not fucking transitory. It's here to stay, and it's getting worse. And when they bring out their inflation numbers, there's a lot of numbers that aren't in there. They're not pricing out the cost of gas, the cost of food. Okay, they like the data that you're being presented. I want you guys to understand is being manipulated. Okay, and so the reason I'm saying this is to have everyone understand that it's not I'm going to start tomorrow. I'm going to adapt or adopt these good financial habits tomorrow. I'm going to work my ass off tomorrow. There's not going to be a fucking tomorrow if you don't start today, right? We talk about budgeting. We talk about working and providing a higher level of service to your clients. We talk about all these things that can help your business. By the way, guys, I've been putting on a lunch and learn completely free on how to bulletproof your business. If you guys aren't hopping on that, you're crazy. You can check it out. It's in my Facebook profile. I think the next one is next Thursday. Okay. If you guys own a business and you're not on that, you're crazy. You need to be on that because I'm giving everybody the detailed blueprint. All right. And if you don't own a business, believe it or not, a lot of that stuff is still transferable. Maybe you want to start a business. Maybe you want to work on your credit and be in a good financial position. And guys, the same principles that work with operating a business also are transferable and work the exact same way with how you should operate your life, right? Have a good amount of cash, have investments, have savings, have good credit, have borrowing power, okay? Be able to be in control of your income. These are things that matter, okay? It's kind of like, you know, you, making sure you're well rounded in life, right? How do you do that? You make sure you're reading daily, you make sure you're working out daily, you're eating the right things, you make sure that you have strong faith, that you're taking care of your family. These are things that are, they're not fads, right? This is how you live a good life. Dave, what do you got for us, brother? What do you got to add?
Feels like Motivation Monday.
It,
You
it
know,
does, but it's because of what I see, and here's why. And this is how I know it's going to get worse. Let's set aside uh, government's trying to make central bank digital currencies, which will fucking destroy us.
terrible idea.
Okay, let's set aside the food shortages. Let's set aside that eventually the dollar will probably get weakened and go to zero, or we'll have a World War III. Okay, and these are all major factors. The economic climate right now is we're in a recession, and they came out this week and said personal savings, okay, is down to, let's say, 2%, which is like, I think, the lowest reading in 40 years. All right. So what does that tell you? That tells you that people are living more so now than ever, paycheck to paycheck. People are struggling, businesses are struggling. And if this gets worse, and it's going to get worse, that people are not ready for it. And that's why I'm saying there's no tomorrow. That's why I'm saying whatever you need to do, whatever you need to fix, whatever you need to start, needs to happen today.
Yeah, man. Add on that. You know, you say 40 years, you know, the beginning of the 80s right then. And I remember, you know, back then when my parents, you know, they were young, I was a baby at that time. And then look at the interest rates back then. You know, people were paying 16, 17% for a mortgage back in the 80s. Now everything's starting to creep up and mirror all that. But guys, just to touch everything that Jonathan's saying, and he and I on the side, like, you know, we'll talk shit and we'll joke about it, but it's serious. And people think it's some crazy ass conspiracy theory. Hey, trust what the government feeds you. They tell truths every single day. You know, they don't lie. You know what I mean? So like, it's not to conspiracy crazy shit or anything like that. The data's there. Just look for it. I had an interesting conversation with my neighbor about it last night. Never even thought about it. You know what I mean? Like, he would expect that as well. People are watching. Be aware. Just be aware. And it starts with awareness. And think about this. It's the beginning of the year. And we talked about this. I'm pretty sure we touched on it last week, but everybody's in this rah-rah mode, you know, new year, new me, all this stuff, going to the gym. When was the last time you talked about your financial position, about that too? And it all correlates together. Okay. Your faith, your family, your fitness, your finances. Okay. All those F's.
Yeah. And how it correlates, Dave, like, you're right. But if you're stressed in one area, that drags down all the others.
100%.
If you're fucking battling with your wife,
they all go together, man.
Okay. Your head isn't in the game at work. Okay. If you're stressed about money, you're probably going to fight with your wife.
Yep.
If you don't have faith in whatever God you pray to, okay, you're not going to believe that you can pull this out. If you're, let's say you're praying, you have faith, family life is good, and you're making decent money, but you're a fat fuck, okay, well, guess what? That's going to catch up to you too. All right. So there's so many people I see, and guys, I'm not saying this out of a place of malice, out of a place of hate, right? I'm trying to help you guys win. I'm trying to help you guys get better. I'm trying to help you guys get through this, because getting through this literally means that you are going to be in the top 10%, and that you are going to be able to live a much better life, and you're going to be so much further ahead, because most people won't do it.
100%, man. You know, just one foot in front of the other. Get a start. You know, if you're uncomfortable now, one of the best quotes I ever said, just in life in general, is choose your hard. Choose your hard. It's going to be hard, staying the same. Okay. If you wake up, if you do the same routine every day that you absolutely despise, you go home, you sit on the couch, put your hand in a bag of whatever, chips, so forth, crack a beer, watch some Sports Center, and repeat that cycle, but you're miserable. Or be hard on the other end, challenge yourself, kick your own ass every day. That's hard as hell. But when you're done, you feel 100 times better than what you would doing on the other side. Yeah. Why do I know that? Because I've been there. And I'm sure a lot of us have been there, especially over the last couple of years. If you're being locked down in your home, like a lot of us, not all of us, but a lot of us, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Listen, I'll tell you, like, for me personally, I've done 75 hard every year since it came out. But
game changer.
I will also say that I know that when I'm not on my habits, okay, because I take my foot off the gas a little bit, that I revert back and I'll put on another 10, 15 pounds. Mm-hmm. Financially, it works this way too, guys. When I'm in 75 hard, those have been my highest earning months ever. hands down, highest earning ones ever. Okay. And the flip side to that equation is when you have success, I want everyone to understand this is a natural human thing. When you have a lot of success in one area of your life, you have a tendency to bring your foot off the gas. And most people are not aware of it. Okay. It's called a glass ceiling, or it's like a thermometer or a thermostat, right?
Mhm.
If you're set to 80 degrees in your house, or well, fuck that. I'm always at like 68. So let's say you're set at 68 degrees, okay? And you're trying to get warmer. Well, guess what? Once it gets to 72, if your internal set to 68, it kicks on the AC. All right. These are things that you need to be cognizant of. You need to be aware of. And business works the same way. That's why, that's why I'm in this office. Okay. Because I set out crazy goals. Last year, my company, we helped people get $30 million. Okay. $30 million. And this year, I set the goal at 70. And you know what we're doing the next 3 days? And my guys are coming in and we're working through the weekend to do this. We are outlining the map and we're going to fucking hit and we're going to help people get $70 million. You know why? Because it fucking matters. All right. And you have to have that type of structure and regimen. Okay. Because that's what drives you. You need to find your why and you need to dive into that. And you have to be very self aware. Okay. Like I can tell you, if you are not self-aware of where that thermostat is set, you'll always fall back to what it's set on.
I'll end it with this. From everything that Jonathan has said, about how 75 hard and all those habits and everything together, he's had the best years. Yes, us too, myself, and I can speak for Brad. I can speak for Mike. I can speak for Tara, Gina, everybody, right? Yes, those things, but it all comes back together. When you said one thing falls down, they all fall down. Those are compounding effects. And when we just talked about here earlier, I'll leave you with this, okay? You want to start reading things and getting your mind going? The Compound Effect is a great book for that, how everything correlates together. You got all these major areas in your life, streamline it up, you pull one piece down, it crumbles. It's like a house of cards. But that compound effect every day, and it can work against you too. But read that book. You want to start something else if you want to feed your mind something good. Highly recommend that.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, Dave, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Guys, thanks for tuning in and listening. The only thing I ever ask you guys to do here is share this. Okay. We can't reach enough people. I'd rather do it live because it's always going to get more eyeballs than a podcast will. Okay. So I will tell you, I know my social media is throttled with some of the stuff I share, absolutely throttled. So the more you guys share this, the more people can hear it. We're not asking you for anything except for that. If you guys need help, if you need help with credit repair, reach out to Dave. If you need help with anything else, reach out to me. Dave, thank you. And let's really kick it into gear, guys. There's no tomorrow. You start today and you develop those habits and you start winning. Thanks, guys.
Let's go.